Okay, so Epic Games have released the Unreal 5 tech demo, and I've seen a glimpse of it, and I thought, you know what? I have been fighting for Xbox's case for as long as I can remember, and I can't lie to myself anymore. I watched their stream the other week that showcased a whole bunch of potential games that are coming out on the next-gen console for Xbox, and I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. And me and all of my friends, we said, you know what? We're probably going to get PS5s. And then I saw about 2 seconds worth of footage of the Unreal 5 tech demo. And I think it's 100%. But we're just going to watch this video right now. Get to grips at what they're actually delivering right here. And we're going to make a decision, I think. So yeah, let's get into it.
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo.
Yeah, let's stop for a second here, actually. Let's just remember this is on a console, firstly. This isn't your PC. This isn't your maxed out PC doing it. This is a console right here. And it's emulating life. Like, the engine is emulating life, firstly, which is what you want from a good engine, right? Like, you want it to look as realistic as possible. Photorealism is very difficult to deliver when it comes to gaming. Now, if you've been watching a lot of the behind the scenes stuff on recent shows, The Mandalorian is a great example. They've been using software similar to the Unreal Engine. I'm almost certain they've been using the Unreal Engine to build these seamless backdrops, which they then actually project or have on massive screens that surround the set. So it's stepping into this level now where you've got these 8K backgrounds that have been designed ahead of time but can actually work in a way that is real time, like when you're walking through a game or so on, and everything's going to change exactly how it would to the eye. So what we're seeing here is them actually bringing in that similar technology but to the games now, which is completely different because, you know, if you're working with a movie, you've got to render it out and you've got time to do that, but in the game it's got to process all of that as it goes. That's actually insane.
Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film.
There we
There
go.
are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well.
8K.
Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame that Nanite crunches down losslessly to around 20 million drawn triangles.
How's it doing that? Do you want to give me the science on how it's doing that? Because that is actually incredible.
What does that many triangles look like? This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise. Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels. This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting,
This is
all of the
beautiful.
lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination.
Yeah, as you can see.
No light maps, no
like,
baking here.
Yes, you see where he's highlighting up there in the top. I mean, are we looking at dust particles floating through there as well, the way that the sun's hitting it? That is... looks like I'm buying a PS5.
Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone.
Yeah.
With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, please do. This is what I've been missing out on Xbox. Like, even this game looks better than anything they showed in the demo.
Convolution reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real spaces, like actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and playback spatialized audio.
You're getting that full 360 effect in the headphones as well. That sounds awesome.
All of this adds up to a more immersive experience.
I hate the fact that they always want to say immersive over realistic. Like, realistic is what's happening here. Like, a video game is a video game, right? But what they're doing, and I mentioned this in my Minecraft RTX video, is they're actually tricking the mind into reality. They're using all of these things that we as humans use to process the things around us, and they're tricking those abilities. That is the beauty of what's happening with graphics and gaming at the moment. They're actually pushing it to the point where Elon Musk might be right. We could all be living in a simulation, and the further we get with technology like that, is the easier it actually becomes to believe a theory like that. We're not going to get into some mad simulation theories, but just think about that for a second. How easy is it to trick all of your sight and senses? Like, because it's quite easy. And you can hear the different ambience and the way she's touching things, the feeling, like you can, it's like you can feel the wall around you.
This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara effects system. Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand their environment like never before.
Particles can talk to each other now.
We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can really feel the depth here as well, like the depth perception because of the realistic feel, photographic feel to everything as well. It makes the motion blur and stuff not seem so computerized, which I think is something that's quite heavily done in a lot of games. You know, at this point in time, motion blur normally ruins things, but in this case, again, like I'm saying, it's working like how the eye does. See that little bit of light that just caught her skin there?
Assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush and is more than 33 million triangles. No baking of normal maps, no authored LODs.
How much triangles? Just look at the shield here as well. Like, look at the... This is really, really good stuff here. Really good stuff. When you can make the lights blend to that degree, like this is, again, this is what I'm saying, this is something that looks natural. You can see the unnatural light there being generated by her, but the way that it actually fades into the natural light being provided from the top onto the statue, and the way that it creates this lovely sort of glow, but you can still see the, look at the quality and the scratch marks and all of the things they've done to make it dirty, and like, again, realistic. Like this... It's over. It's over, Microsoft. It's over, boys. The dream is over. We're getting PS5s.
And we can do more than a single statue. There are nearly 500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room, for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues alone.
No, that's just too much triangles, man. That's like literally too much triangles. Like,
over this entire demo, there are hundreds of billions of triangles.
Hundreds of billions of triangles. Why is there no squares or circles? Everything sounds so good as well. A little bit of the old roulette.
With Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination.
This
all running on a PlayStation 5.
Absolutely disgusting, mate. Absolutely just... You just put a nail in the coffin of Xbox. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. My mind is made up. I don't want to cry. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to cry. But, like, I have wasted a good gaming year on the wrong console. But I think it's time to resurrect that mistake. PS5, Unreal Engine 5, take a bow. You've done it. You have converted someone that hasn't been on PlayStation since the PS2. Right? I'm back. Consider me a loyal customer from here on out. Imagine what this will be like if you're playing in VR. Like, imagine how lost you would get if you were playing in VR. Like, this opens up the door so much for the quality of console gaming. Even this final shot is beautiful. There's so much going on with it. There's so much being generated. And they're saying it's not even at a point where it's that lossless. Like, it's not even that hard for them to actually process. This is what you do. If you want to make a statement, if you want to launch a new console, this is how you do it. I'm sorry, Microsoft, but this is how you do it. They didn't spend like a whole hour doing a live stream with games that look like they came out on Steam 5 years ago. Like, this is right now. This looks like future of console gaming. This is what people on the PC brag about when it comes to like console gaming and stuff, you know? They look down their noses at the consoles, but right now this is looking very, very promising. And I'm annoyed, to be honest. I'm annoyed that I invested so much money into Microsoft over the years and they couldn't even deliver. Just a 9-minute video like this for their fans, for all of the people that stuck with them.